This one means a lot to me. You might find that goofy, you might find it silly, but this means a lot to me. And it's super important for Nintendo as well, because goodness gracious, we just experienced a summer where they had no structure and they didn't know how to handle it. But now, a chance. 2023 is the return to form, the return to E3, the return to the June Direct, and Nintendo's Summer Madness actually being on a schedule. So what's going on, everybody? It's Zach from SwitchForce. I'm in the summer mode, and I'm ready to tell you that next June is going to be ridiculously rad. This is a super great development. E3 has been absent for a couple years now, and it tried to be replaced by Summer Games Fest. Let me tell you about Summer Games Fest, okay? There were some nifty announcements, but there also was an ad featuring The Rock in his gym touting an energy drink. And I went to the in-person physical Summer Games Fest, and there was like 6 games, and many of them weren't even brand new. So it's nowhere near the same. And no matter what they try to make it look like, it's not E3. Nothing is E3 except E3. I've been going to gaming events for over a decade now. PAX, Gamescom, E3, you name it. Nothing is as monumental as E3 for all the big reveals, for all the enthusiasm, for all the excitement, for everything, back to back to back. And now it is back in 2023, but there's more, because it's not just back, it's back with a new father. It's back with a new mother. It's back with a new caregiver in the form of ReedPop. Who is ReedPop? Well, they really have a reputation. All right, they are the company in charge of PAX, in charge of New York Comic Con, in charge of Star Wars Celebration, all events that people generally like a lot more than how E3 has been run the past few years. It seems like the ESA was kind of falling away from all the E's. They were losing E's left and right. They didn't know how to make this show work. They tried to go digital. Obviously, the pandemic created a whole new list of problems, and they were losing major publishers left and right. Nintendo didn't even know what to do or where to go this June. They weren't part of Summer Games Fest. They did their own third-party mini showcase, and it was kind of a bummer. But I bet my butt that Nintendo will have a June Direct next year, because they've been a part of E3. Every year there's been an E3. They have a massive booth, they own the show floor, and they have their lovely Direct situated perfectly at the start of E3. So you can find out about their games, and then the press can go play the games, and we can get all the juicy details, and hopefully I can go play them too, because back in the day when E3 was a thing, I was there bringing you guys the latest coverage from Nintendo's show floor. It's nostalgic, but it's also, I feel, necessary. I think E3 is like the Christmas for games. It is the big hub for everything to make a monumental impact globally. Yes, it's great when we have these live streams showing off, I don't know, the new Fallout, or this live stream showing off the new Fall Guys, but it's better when it's all as one. It's better when it's unified, and it sounds like they really understand at ReedPop what they want to do. They say they're going to take elements that worked before and then rework elements that have not been working. They say they've been studying the show for years now, and that they want to return this to its form as a massive epic unlike any other video game event, and make it just the big hub. They view this as an honor and a privilege. They know the work ahead of them, and they want to make this not like a modified, smaller event. They want to make it back to, boom, this is the place to be for video games. Even when it still was in LA a couple years back, 2019 being the most recent, it was a shell of what it used to be. And ReedPop says that they are going to make sure that its return to form is recognizably epic, and that they do set a new bar for video game events, which it means a lot to me. This is the one that probably motivated me to do what I do daily for all of you. I would sit there at home and watch E3 religiously when I was younger. I would follow all the articles, listen to all the podcasts, and I loved that week. I would always tell my friends and family it was my Christmas week, because so many awesome surprises were unboxed in the form of trailers, press conferences, news articles, impressions, podcast reveals, and more. It was glorious. And eventually, I got to go, and that was magical as well. And for years, E3 was still my favorite week of the year. And then it started to just sort of fall apart. It started to erode. Big companies left. Booths got smaller. Nobody wanted to pay. And then the event just disappeared entirely the last couple of years. No shade to the Summer Games Fest. And even ReedPop says that they are going to embrace Summer Games Fest. But Summer Games Fest doesn't match to E3. And in a way, it's really generous of ReedPop and E3 to say they'll embrace it, because Summer Games Fest has kind of played a role in stabbing E3 in the back and making sure it kind of fell apart. So this will be an interesting summer where we have Summer Games Fest. Keighley said they absolutely intend to continue. And E3. Who does it better for the press? Who does it better for the content creators? Who does it better for the consumers, the public? It seems like both shows are going to incorporate components of all and try to be the gaming show. And if they do E3 right, nothing will top it. That's my firm belief. If they do E3 right, and if they get Nintendo on board, Sony or Microsoft probably won't be on board, but hey, maybe ReedPop being in charge, maybe them with their history of working so well and making PAX and Comic-Con and Star Wars so great, maybe they can woo back and earn back the trust of some of the big publishers and make this an even bigger event with brand spanking new technology and really cool options. They say like they want to have options for people that don't want to pay for a huge booth to still be involved in the show. And I think that involvement is critical. Even if they don't have a giant 200-foot dinosaur statue, like being there means something. And having the gaming industry unified, all platform holders, all publishers, it's a beautiful thing. It's really special to see the blues and the greens and the reds all in one Los Angeles Convention Center. And Nintendo should absolutely be a part of it, and that means back to a regular Summer Direct. We can predict it, we don't have to worry, we don't have to look for leaks, we can just know, okay, it's E3, Nintendo doing their dang thing. What will they talk about next summer, 2023? Probably Metroid Prime 4. Hopefully we'll have a super cool Switch Pro to play on. We'll be deep into the mountains and the sands of Breath of the Wild 2 at that point, hopefully. And Nintendo can have an awesome show kind of highlighting the future slate of games, because we don't really know what's beyond Breath of the Wild, Metroid Prime, Bayonetta. What's next? And now this gives Nintendo a home and a hub to showcase from, to set structure, to give foundation, and to bring back a unified summer. I love the live streams and I love the state of plays and all that, but in general, everything is diluted. The more space and separation you have, the more individual broadcasts you got, the more everything kind of just drains. At least that's how I feel. I feel like it's like, oh, we watched this show and there wasn't even really a big announcement. Why'd they have that show? Well, when they have the E3 show, it's all big and it's all there together. And so there's something for everyone. It's going to be really massive, and it's going to be your one-stop fun shop mega place for everything gaming fall 2023 and beyond. And I love that. And I love to see this, and I'll be there. I'm going to go to E3 2023 next summer. I'm going to see if ReedPop can resurrect it into something really good. And, you know, I just want to say, like, I hate the cynicism that I sometimes see online about E3. Like, oh, it should stay dead. It's not what it used to be. It's not a good event. Get it out of there. What? Look, this is the gaming industry coming together and shooting off fireworks for everybody. You know, the major papers cover it, the major news channels cover it. It really gets the word out there. Not like gaming is some niche anymore. Everybody does it, but I still love that opportunity. I still love having the world as your audience and having this showcase where everyone comes and brings their best card. They're like, ha, I got an ace. Ooh, I've got a joker. I've got a 2. You know, but whatever they got, they show it and they try to put their best foot forward. And they create memories and moments. It's kind of what we live for. And I think like the odd stream here and there, Summer Games Fest, nowhere near as memorable as one big shebang, all in the LA Convention Center, all together, Nintendo on pattern. It's a beautiful thing, and it's what I remember most about my gaming love. As a kid, as a YouTuber, as an adult, it's so fun, and I'm glad we're gonna get to experience it, hopefully in just phenomenal fashion in 2023. So let me know in the comments if you're excited. Let me know if you think it's silly and E3 means nothing. But I'm telling you, if done right, E3 still means a lot. It means a lot for Nintendo fans, and it means a lot for gaming fans. And honestly, it means a lot for everyone. So let me know your take in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. Feels good to know we'll almost assuredly have a June Direct next year. And until next time, everybody, stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, stay positive there. Stay cool. It's really hot here in Arizona. Man. Hot, hot, hot. Love you lots. SwitchForce out.